engage with the youth in discussion, in dialogue, in debate, things like that. And then they wanted to have a big bang opening, and they wanted Shashi Tharoor. Now, I have left IIM 3 years ago when I was elected to the Rajya Sabha, and so Shashi is my colleague in the other house. So I have been pursuing fairly vigorously and managed to get this particular weekend where he was going to be in town, and this all worked out. So what this also means, this is a double-edged sword, it also means that it is incredibly hard to follow Shashi Tharoor as a speaker. Anyway, we will try. I will do my best to see how I can, match him in some small way. And this is, I think, something that Tejasvi and Anil and every one of us will face as a challenge after such an extraordinarily erudite and brilliant communication that we've just witnessed. Now, when the organizers came to me with this idea of dialogue series and going to colleges, etc., I was very, very excited for another reason. In college campuses, especially over the last many, many years, we've really become apolitical in the sense that we don't discuss the burning issues of the day. The burning issues of the day may be discussed on Facebook pages and WhatsApp forwards and things like that, in tweets, but not necessarily in a college environment where it's extraordinarily important to have an exchange of views and for people to understand perspectives to make their mind up. And that's, partly because we don't have college elections and things like we used to during my youth. It's a different environment today. But what I do see is that youngsters are eager to engage with politics and policy. I had research for the Congress Party, and numerous youngsters come and intern with me, work with me, and we try and do the kind of informed dissent, the constructive criticism that that really an opposition's job is. Anyway, so I'm really excited that this series has started, that we're going to take this initiative to different colleges, that hopefully Christ will also allow a place and a platform for more of it. And I've spoken many times at Christ. Certainly they do allow for at least visiting speakers. The last time I was there was in their media studies department just a couple of weeks ago. And the previous day it was Akar Patel. So, they're obviously getting perspectives which are not necessarily the mainstream or the majoritarian perspective today, but that's fine. Anyway, the basic theme that I'm going to focus on is electoral reforms. That's just a very, very succinct way of putting it. But it's really about the costs of democracy and what those mean. What those mean to us as individuals, as participants in the democratic process, and as citizens of this country who are looking and seeing what our country has evolved into. And when you talk about dialogue, when you talk about creating platforms for debate and discussion, that's just the first step. You really need to get people involved in the political process. And what I want to address actually is a little bit of the complexity of what that involves, how difficult it is to actually break in and to move ahead. So here you have, at least today, you're going to meet at least 5, 6 people who are either who have contested elections or who intend to contest elections or from different parties. Dr. Ashok Narayan, my friend, is from the BJP. Tejasvi Surya, who I suppose will be contesting election fairly soon enough, is also from the BJP. Anil Shetty has just launched the party, and so he will be contesting elections as well. And that's the Nav Bharat party. Shashi and myself are from the Congress party. Prakash Belwadi, who you saw, contested the corporation election, not the last one, but the one before that, on a Lok Sabha ticket from Sikkim Gandhi Bazar area. So you have a variety of people here who are on stage and who are going to who have participated in the political process. But I think I will speak for all of them when I say that it's an extraordinarily difficult environment to be able to get into and to sustain a career in politics. And why is that? And how has this arisen? How have we created this kind of an environment? See, when I ask you, let me do a little quick test. When I use the word politics, what ideas come to your mind? Just give me one word.
Politics.
Folks, the door can do whatever it wants. I'm asking you a question. Yeah, go ahead, tell me. One word, when I say politics, what thought comes to your mind?
Last resort of a scoundrel.
Corruption, all right, yes? Easy way of bringing change, a very positive view. I don't know what easy, but yeah. Certainly a platform for change. Yes, sir. Thick skin. Thick skin, yes, absolutely. Then, anything else?
Leadership.
Harvard. Power. Sorry. My dear.
Leadership.
Leadership, right. So actually, I mean, from this little quick dipstick, you can see that there are both positive and negative ideas that come to mind when we think about politics. And I can assure you that every one of us who is inspired enough to grow that thick skin to enter politics is focused on these positive dimensions. That we should seize the mantle of leadership because we want to bring about positive policy change. And our skin will be thick enough to deal with the ups and downs and the criticisms and the combat that this environment involves. But when we do go in there with our idealism, we discover that the world is extraordinarily corrupt. And that corruption seeps into governance, and it creates an environment where you don't know whether the person that you're interacting with has the same good, positive intentions or is out there to make money, to seize power, to loot and do whatever else that a different set of people focus on. Basically, what I find is that in the last few decades, we've ended up with a system that is rewarding the tainted over the sainted. Basically, we have a situation where clean, decent, idealistic people find it extremely hard to get into politics and so on. So I want to sort of take you through a few steps of how this situation arose, and then we can discuss how to get out of the mess that we're in. Well, the first point is, we are used to stories about the freedom movement and people who went to jail. And I grew up, my father and uncles were also jailed during the freedom movement. So I grew up in that kind of an inspiring environment. Shashi talked about people who went to jail during the emergency. And if you actually look at it, people like Jaitley is an example of some, and Sitaram Yachuri. These are people who went to jail during the emergency and then moved on to stellar political careers. Some other people who went to jail during the emergency and have also had stellar political careers, but some who are no longer allowed to contest elections for a while. Any other names? No. Advani. That's a very wicked remark. Advani is free to contest elections, but they just give the ticket. It's a phenomenon that I've used. Anyway, so this. Lalu Prasad, Lalu Prasad is the one I was thinking about. Lalu Prasad, Nitish Kumar, Ram Vilas Paswan, a whole bunch of leaders from different parties have come up from jail during the emergency. These were people who represent another generation of politicians. But what I'm getting to is something that actually was brilliantly expressed by Lalu himself, right? Lalu said once, when I came into politics, I was an idealist. What has politics done to me? Okay, so that's really the point I want to get at. There's something messed up about the system, which we must figure out a way to fix. And what is what could be wrong with the system? I actually have written considerably and continue to do so, even working on a book on this topic right now, that we've created laws, election-related laws, that have essentially had perverse outcomes. There are two that I want to focus on. One has to do with how you raise money for elections, and the other is how you spend money on elections, on politics.